my peeps. Hi, my peoples. How are you? So, today we're going to talk about depression because I'm dealing with it right now as we speak. I'm dealing with a little bit of depression because this week it hasn't been a good week. You know, I was supposed to do my equine therapy. I started that last week, and then my therapist calls me on Monday, you know, um, asking me if I still resided at this address that I haven't lived in 4 years, you know. So when I didn't hear anything from her Tuesday, I went ahead and canceled my trip with DAV because they usually come pick me up and drop me off at the VA. So I canceled it. So when she called me Wednesday morning, which is the morning of it taking place, asking me if the people are coming to pick me up. And I told her no. I said I canceled that yesterday because I didn't hear anything, you know. So I said no. Um, the thing is that she knew that they had fixed the problem Monday, but you didn't email me Monday. You didn't call me or email me Tuesday. So how was I supposed to know? Okay, so the, the coup de grace through all of this is that I had some money on my account from Social Security, and I had them change over to a new direct deposit, and I'm supposed to get paid on the third. So when the third came, and I realized I hadn't gotten a check, I called them, and whoever inputted the data, well, they put it in wrong. So now I have to wait I have to wait until Monday to get the check. So I said all of this to say that this is why. This is why I've been out of sorts. You know, um, dealing with depression, it's not an easy thing. You know, it's not something that you can just get into and snap out of it. You know, it doesn't work that way. You know, they put you on medication, and you have therapists. That's supposed to help you out. You know, but sometimes that just isn't enough. You know, and then even trying to get up to do the simplest things like go to the bathroom or brush your teeth or wash your face, that becomes a task. When you when For me, I know when I deal with depression that me even getting out of bed is a task. You know, and and so I wanted to talk about that. I also want to talk about um PTSD as well. Now, a lot of people ask me, what is PTSD? Well, PTSD is post traumatic stress disorder. So that's basically whatever stress that you had in your life can cause it. Mine was sexual assault on active duty. And that's where my PTSD comes in. You know, and I do have the nightmares. I do have the hypervigilance. I don't like I don't like being out at night by myself. You know, there are times where I had to do it, but for the most part, I don't like to. I like to be home and safe in my own bed. You know, sorry, y'all. I also don't like a bunch of guys walking behind me. I do not like that because I will literally stop and let them go past first. You know, I don't like it. I don't like it walking through a gauntlet of men standing on the corner getting high and whatever else they doing. I don't like that either. For me, it's scary. It's a scary situation. You know, and PTSD is not an easy thing to it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, because see, like I have my nightmares, but I don't have my nightmares in like the traditional sense. I have nightmares when I'm either dealing with dreaming about snakes or lava. See, that's how my nightmares come out. And in some ways, I think that's also subliminally, subconsciously, that my body is protecting me. My mind is protecting me from having to relive the visions and the visuals and the actual um the actual account. So it takes me in a whole nother way. But at the end of the day, I'm still able to put two and two together, and I can put them two together very easy, you know. So, and because the other night I had a dream about snakes. I'm like, God dang it. I hate dreaming about snakes. Yeah, I hate dreaming about snakes. Um, just off the sidetrack, tomorrow I'm gonna do a live whipping chat. And we talk about everything. But anyway, getting back to the program at hand. you know, um, I hate to see people go through it. I hate to see people fighting. But see, my whole thing is this. If we can come together as a unit, you know, I think we'd be so much better because then we'd have our support system, right? We don't have to worry about getting judged from anybody else because we're all there, we're all dealing with it. Okay. Now, see, my goal is to get this out there because a lot of people aren't speaking on it. It's to get this out there. And since I live in New York, I would really, really, really love to coordinate a walk run in the name of mental health. I mean, they got it for breast cancer. Why not mental health? See, and this is the goal. This is the thing that I really want to work on. You know, I'm working on. Well, I got some t-shirts and I got some mugs done, but I need to get some more t-shirts and some more mugs. That way, I can create like a web store just for this, with donations going to, you know, a mental health clinic or hospital. because at the end of the day, they really need it. They don't only want their job is to help us, and if they don't have the funds to do it, then we're going to go without, and that is not right. So this is my goal. I don't know if I'll be able to do it for this year, but for next year, like in the summertime, maybe in Central Park or maybe around Central Park. It's a big, beautiful park. Maybe kind of do a walk run, raising awareness of mental health. You know, I want this thing to get big because I want people to have the conversation. And this is a conversation that is long overdue. You know, and that is my plan. So this year, I'm going to have to be buckling down to make that happen. I have to start reaching out to some people, you know, and trying to make that happen. You know, I go through mental health issues too. This is why I started this journey. Well, me and a friend of mine, we started the journey, you know, but she allowed me to take it by the reins. So I got so many big things for this, you know. I'm even starting to write my own book, you know, so that you can see my history and all that I've gone through, you know, with this PTSD before even having it treated, you know. I want to do this on a big scale. I really do. It's going to take a lot of commitment and y'all's help to help me get to that level, you know. And I know I'm going to get there because this is too much of an important issue for it not to go there. You know, with the coronavirus and stuff like that, everybody being locked down in their house. Those same people who probably laughed and talked about people that had mental issues now realizing they got mental issues because now you can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing but stay in your house. And then I could look at them and say, see, you're not different. You no more different than me. You know, the difference between me and you is you chose not to deal with it. You chose not to acknowledge it. And it took a pandemic to sit you down to make you realize to look in that mirror and go, damn, I do got some mental health issues. Because you can tell that to somebody all day long, but unless there's something that happens for them to see it, they're not even going to acknowledge it, you know? See, I knew, and it took a coke bender to make me realize it's time. I got to deal with this. And though talking about some very painful things that I really didn't even want to talk about, but I know that I had to in order for me to get better. Sorry, I got a little Something's up between the roof. Something got in between my roof, and I hear him scurrying. But I apologize. I'm sorry. I just woo. So um I also want to do, you know, and a good friend of mine's actually kind of gave me that idea too as well. Hi, Sherry. Um, is that I want to do more than talking about it. I want to do something where we could sit down and do an arts and crafts. I mean, it don't matter what kind of arts and crafts it is. It could be diamond painting, it could be knitting, it could be stitching, it could be anything. And we still have a conversation while we doing it. It's what we like to call whipping chats. Work in progress. You know, we working on different things, but we're all having a conversation. You know, and although mental health issues are not fun, we can make it fun to a point. You know, and just talk about what we going through, talking about what we dealing with, our issues for the day. You know, letting people know that you're not the only one out there dealing with this. Because a lot of times, I guarantee you, a lot of times, people dealing with mental health issues feel like they're the only ones on earth and that nobody will ever understand them. And then that's not true. Because there's a lot more people on this earth that deals with mental health issues than you think. And there's no judgment here. Because at the end of the day, I can't judge nobody. Because you know what? I'm in that boat with you. So I don't have I don't even have a right. Even if I wasn't in the same boat, I wouldn't judge. But it just makes it that much better because now I'm in the boat and I'm not judging nobody. Mental health is mental health. And there is help out there. You know, I'm gonna try to put some information like the suicide crisis hotline number, or something. you know I may even put my email down in the comments. I'm located on Facebook, Instagram. If you need to talk, I'm here. I am not no stretch of imagination am I therapist, but I can listen. I'm not the one to give advice or suggestions unless you ask for it, you know, but I'm a listen, you know, because that's what the mental health support group is supposed to be for. People going through some things and they talking about it, non-judgmental, and there's a safe environment for them to talk about. Well, that's what I want this to be. I want this to be a safe environment for people to talk, no judgment, no judgment. Because I look at it this way, anybody in there in the circle don't have a place to judge anybody else, because you're going through the same thing. So um so I just want people to know that there is somebody out here that cares, and that cares a lot. I am also an ordained minister. you know I don't preach to nobody that don't want to be preached to. I mean, we may have a conversation, but I'm not going to preach. And so it's like the love, the love. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it because it's in the Bible. God talks about love all the time, and the love that we should have for our fellow man. you know and I love my fellow man. No matter how crazy he might be, or bass backwards that he might be, you know I don't have room to hate. I hate the things you do. you know so I'm getting excited about it because I just want to get it done. So I'm going to get me one of those vision poster boards, and I'm going to put everything on that board, everything that I want done pertaining to this mental health. And I'm make my best to make it happen. Now, at some point, I'm going to reach out to certain spots and see if they wouldn't mind, you know, kind of doing not even a collab, but not a collab in the traditional sense, you know, where I can talk about this, and then I could raise money, and all the money goes to that that health clinic, the mental health clinic. You know, I wouldn't get a damn dime. That's all theirs. Because I firmly believe that these are the things that we necessarily need. you know and if there's anybody out there that's in the field that feels that this would be a good fit, hit me up, let me know, and we can see what we do. We can see what we can do together. This would be awesome. you know get it out there, let people have a conversation, do a walk, run event like they do for breast cancer, do it for mental health as well. And this is not just for straight people. This is for the LGBT community as well. This is for the white people as well. This is for the Asian people as well. This is for anybody and everybody that deals with it, not just one particular person. And on this note, I am going to leave it here. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna try and do a whipping chat. I'm gonna tell some funny stories because I got them. Because I'm crazy myself. But anyway, everybody, I just want you to have a good night or a good day. It's Saturday afternoon. And until next time we meet. And like I said, if there's anybody out there that would like to, come aboard and we can work with each other and create like a donation specifically for mental health, I am here. I am open. And let's do this. Good night, y'all. I keep saying good night. Bye.